What's going on, everybody? This is Marcus with Merch Studio, back with another video. I know it's been a while since I made my last video, but I'm going to be on it this time. I had to go ahead and cook up some stuff in the background, as you can see. I went ahead and put together podmerchstudio.com. This is actually a web app for you guys to go ahead and make AI designs, try different platforms in one place. But I just wanted to make this video to also go ahead and let you guys know where I plan on going with the channel, and giving you guys an idea of what to expect from this channel going forward. But first of all, I just want to go ahead and go over the platform with you guys. So as you can see here, if you go to podmerchstudio.com, you're going to arrive to this homepage. As you can see here, these are some of the designs I've created. I just put them on mockups, but this is the website itself. I created the website as well. I do web design if you guys are interested. But as you can see here, you'll arrive here and you have a lot of the different things you can do with the platform. We're actually going to go over the platform. I'm going to go ahead and go over some designs. I'm going to put in a prompt and go over the different designs with some of the different platforms. We have platforms like Flux. We have Gemini from Google. We actually have, we don't have the new OpenAI model yet. They haven't released the API, but we'll have that soon. And we have a few more models we're going to go ahead and go over. But as you can see here, this is the website. We have a few of the designs you can make with the platform here. These are the type of designs you can make or expect to get from the platform. And, it's pretty easy to use. We simplified everything. All you just have to really do is just type in what you want with the platform. And we have plans starting at $5 using Flux Chanel. Then the next plan is $10 a month. That comes with 100 generations, and you have access to all the models. We have advanced plan for 225 generations for $20 a month. And then we have 500 generations for $30 a month. And like I said, we have models like Flux, Gemini, Ideogram, different models you guys can use and check out. And, I'm going to scroll down a little bit more. If you guys want to read all the stuff, you can go ahead and come to the website, check it out. But this is just an idea what you'll see when you arrive to the website. So I'm going to go ahead and click on sign up here at the top right. And you'll go ahead and arrive here. And this is our main landing page for the web app. You just go ahead and click here. You can scroll down and, read more information on the app if you're interested. But all you mainly want to do is click sign up right here, or you can click sign up here at the top right. Just click on it and it'll have you put in your email address and password, and you can go ahead and sign up. And we actually have a free plan as well. So it has 10 generations per month with Flux Chanel. Doesn't have access to all the models, but if you want to test it out, you just sign up and you can, select the free plan when you check out. But I'm going to go ahead and get signed in, and we're going to go ahead and go over a few prompts with different platforms. Or we're going to go over one prompt with different platforms. So let me go ahead and get signed in. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So when you get logged into the platform, you're going to arrive here, and we're going to go ahead and try out the free model, the Flux Chanel model. This is also a $5 model we can use. But this model I would say it's okay. It's the lower tier model of the Flux models. Some people may like the style. It's a little bit of I would say a retro looking style, and it's not as good as some of the other models, but this is a good starting point if you're just getting started in print on demand and you want a cheap alternative to get started with some of the different AI tools. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with this prompt right here. The prompt says a squirrel riding a unicorn with the text, "This is my escape plan." So I just wanted to put together a little funny prompt for us to test it out. I'm gonna one-shot everything. So if any of the text is messed up on here, that we're just kind of one-shotting it and trying kind of seeing what you guys would get with just putting in the text one time. Sometimes, you might always get good text, but I would say maybe 7 times out of 10 you'll get good text, and maybe you'll have maybe 3 designs out of 10 that may not have the good text. But it's all about testing. This is AI, so we're just trying things out. We're in beta right now, but hopefully AI advances to where they can perfect the text. But what we have here is pretty good. You're gonna see here. So that's why I put the text. This is my escape plan in here. So also, as you can see, I have background color. So to easily be able to remove the background, you want to select the color. And I specifically like to go with black. 99% of my designs have a black background because a black background is so easy to remove. And I'm going to be making a video in the future showing you guys what techniques you can use to remove the background easily. Even with kind of gradient type designs, I found a way to easily remove the background with those. And you can't really use any background design tools to remove the background because they don't work well. You kind of have to go into tools like Affinity Designer or Photoshop to do the background removal process. But there are ways you can create actions and automate the process. But we're gonna go over that in another video. But that's why I have the background selected here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in black for the background on this. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and click generate. All right. So as you can see here, this is Flux Chanel. And like I said, I'm gonna one-shot everything. So as you can see, it kind of did okay with the text. It says, this is my escape plan. But what it looks like it did was it kind of fused the squirrel and the unicorn together. So it's like a squirrel with the unicorn horn and unicorn bottom and squirrel tail in you. So, like I said, this is not really a good model. I'm actually going to do it twice for this model to see if it'll give us a better version, but this is kind of what you expect with Chanel. It's like one of the lower tier models. That's why it's only like $5, but sometimes you can get some good stuff out of it. Let's go ahead and regenerate that. All right, so as you can see here, this is a little bit better design. It did good with the text on this one. This is my escape plan. It has the exact text you need. I mean, some people may use this on a t-shirt. I personally wouldn't, but it has the text that you probably have to go into maybe Photoshop to kind of edit out the horns and fix that part. But as you can see, sometimes you can get okay designs out of Chanel. But let's go ahead and move on to the next design model we're going to use. So the next model we're going to be using is from Flux Dev. This is like a tier up from Chanel, but personally, this is my favorite model to use because I feel like even Flux Pro is a little bit catered towards the, I would say, realistic designs, but Flux Dev has more of an artistic style in my opinion. But I'm gonna go ahead and test this out with that same prompt that we used earlier. And we're gonna put in black as the background, and we're gonna go ahead and generate. All right, so as you can see here, this is the design it came up with Flux Dev. This is a lot better than Chanel, and as you can see, the text is pretty good, but I don't know why they put this question mark at the end. But as you can see, it is a squirrel. It's a unicorn. I don't really see anything wrong with the graphics. That's why I say Dev is probably one of my favorite models to use. But as you can see, it's a pretty good graphic that you get. And, this is probably be my go-to design. I'm going to go ahead and go over everything at the end and show you guys all the design on one screen. But, this would be my go-to so far. So let me go ahead and go to the next model, which would be Flux Pro. Let's go ahead and put it in, and then when I put it in black for the background. All right, so as you can see here, this is Flux Pro. The graphic is a lot cleaner, but I do see a little bit of an error. The text is pretty good. The style is good, but as you can see here, the unicorn actually has the squirrel tail and the squirrel doesn't have a tail. So that's a bit of an issue. But other than that, this is a pretty good design that we have here. And you probably just do a little bit of editing in Photoshop, and you can make this a better design. But this is pretty good. I still prefer the Dev model, but Flux Pro, it's a pretty good model if you like this style. So let's go ahead and go to the next model, which will be Ideogram V2A. So we have a V2A and we have V2A Turbo. V2A is just more the standard Ideogram model, and V2A Turbo is a faster version of that model. But we'll go ahead and test out both of those. Let's go ahead and paste in that prompt. Let's see, let's go ahead and put in black background. And let's go ahead and generate. All right, as you can see here with Ideogram, we have the design, and this is a pretty good design. I like Ideogram. The style is it's really not a style that I really like, but it's a pretty good design. As you can see, the text is good. That's what Ideogram excels at, text. But I'm sure a lot of you guys probably would think this is a pretty good design and go with it. I would use it, but I just like a little bit of an artistic style, and this is more simple, and this would work better for print on demand, to be honest. But I'm just kind of thinking of my type of style. But this is a great design. You can definitely make sales with this type of design with print on demand. So let's go ahead and test Ideogram V2A Turbo. All right, so we have the V2A Turbo model, and I actually like this one better than the standard V2A model. I like the text is a little bit more bolder. The design kind of stands out a bit better to me, but it's a pretty good design. And like I said, with Ideogram, this is the Turbo model, but it still did great with the text. I would definitely use this in print on demand as well. But let's go ahead and move on to the next model, which will be Recraft V3. I don't know if a lot of people remember Vcraft. It was kind of a big model at the end of last year. They recently haven't put out anything new, but this is the model that they had previously, which a lot of people said it was okay. I didn't personally like it. I use Recraft more for mock-ups, but they do have an okay model. If you're interested in their style, I'll go ahead and test it out right now. All right, so as you can see here, this is the Recraft version. So it looks like with a few of the models, we've had that same issue where the squirrel tail ends up on the unicorn instead of the squirrel. This kind of looks like a storybook illustration or something like that. Some people might like this style. As you can see here, some of the mushrooms kind of look a little bit wonky or whatever, but this is an okay design. I personally wouldn't use this just by the way it looks. As you can see, the unicorn's head is a little bit weird, but who knows? Someone may like this style, but it's not for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and go to Stable Diffusion. All right, so this is Stable Diffusion. This is a pretty good design actually. Like I said, it has that storybook feel. Everything looks nice. This is my escape plan. This is a pretty good design. Personally, I usually don't get good designs from Stable Diffusion V3, which this is what this is, the latest version. But they've done a good job, and it kind of makes me excited for the next version. I'm hoping they release this year, since it's the beginning of the year. But I would definitely use this in a design as well. This has kind of a whimsical type style, I guess, illustration type style, and the tail's good on a unicorn. The colors are great. Yeah, this is a pretty good design. So let's go ahead and move on to Imagen 3, which is from Google, which is their latest model. All right, and this is from Google. So as you can see, this is a pretty nice design as well. I don't see anything wrong with it. Squirrel tail's good. The text is good. This is a pretty good design for printing on demand, if I would say so myself. It's pretty clean and looks like it'd be easy to remove this background. Like everything about this design, I don't see anything that would be a flaw, in my opinion. So we also have a chat with image. So we have chat image to image. So what we can do is we can upload other images to kind of get a different style or different type of merch. So let me go ahead and show you guys an example of this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and upload a random image. So I went ahead and uploaded this image, Rise of the Machine Age. And let's see what happens when we go ahead and let's see, we make this in a trendy retro style and see what we get. All right, so as you can see here, the AI image to image was able to go ahead and remake that design in a totally different style. It is a lot similar to what we gave it first, but it's a totally different retro looking vibe to it. And as you can see, the text is good. So we'll be improving this image to image. But as you can see here, it does do a pretty good job of giving you a different type of image from what you give it. All right, guys. So I went ahead and aligned each of the designs up with the model. You can pause the screen right here if you want to kind of see which exact design and which model was used for the design. And we're gonna go ahead and go over each design one by one. So as we can see here, this was the Flux snail. And we talked about the issues with the horn, the issues with the squirrel not having a tail. It looks kind of like a beaver more than a squirrel, in my opinion. But it doesn't have a tail, and the unicorn tail looks a little bit weird. The unicorn's missing a leg, 2 horns, and so this wouldn't be a good design to use for print on demand unless you were going to go ahead and go to Photoshop or Photopea or Affinity Photo to go ahead and edit this down and make it look a little bit better. But that was Flux Snail. We're gonna go ahead and go to Flux Dev. Flux Dev is usually my favorite model to use. This is a pretty good design. Only thing I didn't like was the question mark they added to it, but other than that, it's a pretty good design. The colors are nice. Nothing's wrong with the characters. They all have their limbs, both have separate tails, and this is a pretty good design. You should probably have to edit out this question mark, and the text may look a little bit weird, so you may have to put like a little element in there, kind of make up for that question mark. But I probably just prompt this again. But it's a pretty good design for Dev, and we're gonna go ahead and go to Flux Pro. So Flux Pro is another great tool to use. They say it's the best Flux model, but in my opinion, it's more artistic and more suitable for realistic photos. So as you can see here, this is a great art style that they're using for this. Colors are great, text is good. The only weird problem we have is the unicorn having a squirrel tail and the squirrel not having a tail. But other than that, this is a great design. You probably can go ahead and edit that as well, or maybe you just prompt it again for this one if you don't want to do any editing. But I would say if the squirrel tail was good and the unicorn had its own tail, then I'll go ahead and use this as probably my main design because it's a pretty nice style that they're using. All right, and here we have Ideogram V2A. So this design kind of grew on me after I kind of look at it a little bit more. It's a little bit minimalist, not too much going on. So as I look at this would be more of like a unisex design, like men or women could enjoy this design, maybe even kids. But this is a pretty good design. I would actually wear this now that I really look at it. All right, so this is Ideogram V2A Turbo. So the characters look great. It looks a little bit more cartoonish, but text is good, character is good. It's a great design. Not really my particular style, but I'm sure it'll definitely sell if you were to upload this on print on demand or on a print on demand platform. All right, and we're at Google Imaging. So Google Imaging did a really great job with this. It's a great looking squirrel with a unicorn. The text is good. Has a little bit of wear in the text, so it'll look nice once you remove the black from this. But this is overall a great design. I'm kind of leaning towards this one being maybe my main design, but this is overall a great design for my Google Imaging. All right, and we're at Reforge. So Reforge, like I said earlier, I hope they have a new model brewing up. Most of these companies release models maybe twice a year. Reforge, I think they released their last model last year. So they're definitely due for a new model. This one is kind of out of date. It does text well, but it just needs a little bit more training on characters because the character, the horn, the character looks okay as far as the squirrel, but maybe it could be a cat. Don't really look like a squirrel. It should have like that tail. And again, the looks like the unicorn has the squirrel's tail. But it's overall, maybe somebody likes this, who knows? Artists say subjective, you may like something and someone else may, despise it, but that's what art is about, it's fine what you like and, just enjoy it. But as far as Reforge, I don't enjoy it. All right, and we have Stable Diffusion. So this is Stable Diffusion, and I really don't. I used to say Stable Diffusion isn't a good model, but maybe they did a few upgrades recently because this is a pretty good prompt to say I one-shotted it. Usually I have to go through it a few times to get it right with Stable Diffusion. I don't like this space in between the text, but it'll pass because they did get the text right. But as you can see here, this is like a illustrative style of a squirrel with the unicorn. I think this is more of like a whimsical style. I'm sure a lot of people would love this style and love this design, but it's not really my cup of tea. But it's a great design overall, and I'll definitely use it on print on demand. I just make sure I target the right audience with this. But that's all for the designs. If I had to choose a design for myself, I would go ahead and go with Google Imaging. I just kind of like the minimalist look to it. It has nice colors, easy to remove background, and it'll be something I would wear myself. And it's just an overall good design, for print on demand. And I'm sure, if someone wants to upload a design like this, you can definitely get sales on any platform if you just get the title, description right. But other than that, this is my overall favorite Google Imaging. It's not my favorite model overall. It's just this particular prompt happened to be my favorite design, which happened to be Google. All right, so that was kind of just a little overview of the platform. So as far as the channel itself, what I plan on doing with the channel is kind of moving it towards more of a focus on AI. I want to kind of go over a lot of AI tools that I've discovered and been using lately. Kind of show you guys how you can go ahead and implement these AI tools into your workflows and make your workflows more seamless and easier. I want to go ahead and show you guys about OpenAI, or ChatGPT as everybody knows them as, Anthropic, Google Gemini, and show you guys how you can actually create your own tools to use with Merch by Amazon to go ahead and improve your business and streamline your business and make it faster and more efficient, and kind of get rid of a lot of the headaches that you guys that we experience as print on demand sellers and dealing with Merch by Amazon. But I also want to go ahead and go into tools like Bolt and Klein and show you guys how you can, find other ways to sell your designs using print on demand by creating your own websites and maybe creating other platforms you can use to help you build websites and sell your stuff and diversify. Because with AI, it's super easy to hyper target a niche and make, super targeted designs these days. So, it's good to learn about all these new tools and ways you can sell. And I also want to go over automation tools such as N8N, Active Pieces, Zapier, Make.com, and things like that, and show you guys different ways you can. For example, one way I use Active Pieces is I'll have it review a Google Sheet and go through that sheet and go through my images and go ahead and have maybe OpenAI or Anthropic read each image, write a title and description for each image for me, and go ahead and have that done automatically. So that's the type of stuff I plan on doing. I'm also going to be showing you guys how to create your own websites with like WordPress, Shopify, platforms like that. So you guys can definitely diversify and kind of grow in this print on demand world, and get better with the help of AI, because in my opinion, it's so easy to learn new skills with AI or get AI to walk you through certain stuff. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to use it in the most efficient way possible to kind of get ready for the revolution that's coming with AI, and AI being able to do everything for us. So anyway, I'm rambling at this point, but if you guys are interested, just go ahead and go to podmerchstudio.com, and I'll leave a link in the description below. And stay tuned, because we're going to be going over other platforms. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of AI stuff, a lot of stuff for graphic design, moving backgrounds and stuff like that. And so that's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching. Peace.